So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna work on 3 different open guard classes, and then we're gonna start working through how to like chain those together, like, you know, go for the knee cut, then go for another one, basically go through like that. And we're gonna start back here. We're gonna break the hook, step over, gonna be here, basically pinching the knee, good collar grip, hand on the knee. We're gonna turn him down to our side, basically like this. Same as we've been doing, get the knee slicing across the leg. Good grip here. You can have the underhook. I'd be careful with the underhook unless you're really good at staying nice and compact. You can kind of leave yourself at risk of like a mirror lock if the guy's good. So get a nice grip here, elbow inside, get down inside, across. We've all seen this. Everyone here has been taught this a million times by me, I'm sure. So we're gonna get down across like this, side across, boom, get to side control. Have that position from both sides. So you're here, you break the grip, go to here, pinch everything in. So it makes it a lot harder for him to really do anything with this guard, because first he's got to get this free, then he's got to settle. And as long as you have a strong base here and you're squatting down, it's going to be quite hard for him to sweep you. I know it's going to feel like you're a little bit off at first, but you get used to this. Good pinch here, come through for the slide, arm across the side control. So we're just going to do that a handful of times. We're not going to drill this one too much just because I know that everyone here knows it, but I just want you to be ready to go with breaking the leg off, step into this position. This is going to be basically home base for all these passes. So we're going to start here, do the first pass, and then go back and just start drilling it out. Probably do like 3 or 4 each and then switch top and bottom. Just do this probably, we're going to do like 3 minutes of this, and then we're going to add on another pass. But it's all going to come back to here. We always want to be thinking about coming back to here. It's a good neutral position. He has a lot less options when you're here, rather than like this, and his feet on your hips, and you have to worry about his grips, everything like that. If in your head, every time somebody pulls open guard, you're trying to force them into here, like you're gonna have a lot more options, and they're gonna have a lot less options, which just makes it so much easier for you as the guy on top. So remember, start from like an actual guard, break the grips if they have to, get down to the neutral position with the knee pinch. Alright. You're gonna break the hook off, you're gonna step over, nice neutral position. You're gonna go for your knee cut, you're gonna bring everything across. He's gonna bring his leg up and over, so bring the leg up and over, like he's trying to defend, which is perfect, which is what you want. You're gonna use that same position that we were in. So remember that we wanna go back to neutral, just thinking about back to that position. You're here, you're switching everything in, switch your grip to the other collar. As you do, we're gonna come to the inside of the knee on like the foreside, so basically like the opposite as we had before, the opposite grip setup. So we're here, and then we're slashing it across this way into like a knee weave. So we're going from here, grip on the knee, grip on the collar. He swings it over trying to defend. He doesn't have to come all the way across like this. Even if he just swings the knee up and he's like this, that's perfect, that's more realistic because the guy's gonna be trying to go to like a lasso or anything like that. That's also why we want this elbow tight when we go for our knee cut. We're not out here loose, so it's nice and easy for him to get his lasso in, or a spider, like anything like that. We don't want to be loose. Loose is bad here, but it's okay, it's okay. So we're here. I'm gonna get that nice and tight. Get that grip here, nice and tight like that. Keep our elbows on the inside here. Everything's nice and tight, but you feel the knee. You feel like there's no way you can get this pass. Once his legs across like that, continue the knee cut. Cut doesn't make any sense. You're wasting energy because he's already prepared for it. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to change direction. We're going to step up, almost like right back to the neutral position. You're not going to hang out here, but this is like kind of visualize. This is where you want to be at your midway point, and then you're going to step across, so everything is getting squished the other way. So his leg will sometimes end up like this. It'll sometimes be up like this. Like doesn't really matter. Once you get in here, we have our grip on the collar like that. Grip on the knee, basically the exact opposite of what we had before. When we're cutting behind the knee, our leg is going to come to the floor. Our leg is like weaved in. There's nowhere for him to go now. Everything's pinned. He's nice and trapped. That's perfect. Hand behind the head. Get your cross face. You can bring your hands together. You're going to do a nice little step up here and then to mount. So just go straight from one pass to the other. So here, breaking down, in a neutral position, get your grips, look for your cut. He's bringing the knee in. We're gonna switch our grips here. Think about collecting his leg with your leg as you go across to really apply the pressure to bring him to the other side and turn him away from you. So you're here, you're bringing your leg through, turning his hips all the way to the other side. Go through, and you just end up here for now. Okay? You're good. It's perfect. Break the hooks off. You're stepping over with a pinch here. Start going for a knee cut, sliding your knee across. He does a good job getting his leg across, knee across, doesn't really matter. We're just gonna switch our grips. We're gonna go to the other collar. We're gonna try to get to the inside of the knee. If he's like way up here, you're probably not gonna get to the inside of the knee, that's fine. Outside works just as well for the beginning of this pass. So we're gonna collect everything as we step, and we're sidestepping across. We're not doing like a back step. We're not trying to step forward to go around that way. You're literally just going from out here, all the way into his hip, and then all the way to the other side. Collapse everything to the knee weave. Okay? All right, let's go. So go for the cut first. He's gonna do a little defense. We're gonna slam everything to the other side. Some of you guys are already doing this, that's awesome. We'll just keep doing it. Just kind of slow down the tech. Dave was already doing it, which is awesome. So here, we're going for our pass, sliding for that knee cut, he starts defending. So everything here, switching to the other side, take that grip, cut all the way across. So you're here now. This is pretty much where we want to end up. The knees coming through, foot still spread out. Basically the exact opposite of where we were on the other side, but his leg is like weaved across now and he's really stuck. So we want to be diving for the crossface because we have his whole body turned this way. If we turn his head that way, it's pretty hard for him to really do anything. So, because his spine is basically like asking questions, like what am I doing here? Like this is just miserable. So we're gonna get in nice and tight. We're gonna get our underhook here. If you can get the double under, go for it. You don't need it, but it is brutal for the guy if you have double unders in here. There's nowhere for him to go. But if you can't get it, most guys aren't gonna let you get double unders there. That's totally fine. Get your cross face. The knee that's on the outside, the one that's spread, is gonna step up basically to his shoulder. Drop your knee down as close to his head as you can. And the other leg, Dave was already doing it, so he's okay. This leg that was weaved is basically just going to glide out and up to mount. And we're keeping our grips with the cross face and the underhook until we get to mount. So we're here. So we start cutting, stepping through like that. He's defending, switching our grips, stepping through. The knees all the way through, perfect. Taking my underhook, cross facing. This one steps up close to his head, drops down, and the other one is basically just gliding along his back down to your mount hook. Get that knee down by his chest, boom, you're in mount, and cross facing the underhook. Okay. So, here, nice neutral position, go for our knee cut. Boom, he's defending, perfect. Switching our grips. He's gripping the other lower body, coming across. The knee is in between here. It's like a sandwich with your knee in the middle. This leg is nice and spread out. We're gonna go underhook if we can. If he keeps his elbow, which is good, nice tight. Probably wanna have this up trying to defend. That's good, it's good frame. Get in behind if you have to. Good grip on the back. This one's cross face, and this is the most important one here is the cross face. Turn him the other way. Get that cross face. The legs coming up nice and high by the shoulder, dropping down as the other one just glides up to your body. And then you're in the middle. Okay? Is that okay? Alright, let's go. Good. Because if you do a big step, and the reason we don't do a big step is anyone with good, like sticky, like butterfly guard, anything like that, you doing that step is just giving them an opportunity to make space and get into that. Just defending. We're not bringing that knee back in. We're not going to let him re-guard you with that leg, right? So when you're coming across, think about scooping this leg up with your leg. It's like you're out here more, right? I just want to say, when you come up and turn his hips, you're almost like scooping his knee up with your knee. Not by like banging knees, but you're thinking about that when you step in. So then you're behind it. You're not letting him re-enter it into a guard, right? So here. To our knee weave action. So we're going here for our knee cut. We're trying to go back. Okay, let's not start the thing. We're trying to go back. We're switching our grips. We're trying to go back to the other side. As we try to go back, he's doing a good job keeping his legs back so that we can't weave in. He's just, he's doing a good job. It's fine. Sometimes we get in the face, but he's doing triple a little bit. He's going to keep a little bit of space. That's totally fine. We're gonna go here instead now. Do the same kind of thing. Get him on his back, get our double grips here. And we're gonna do like a very basic Torreando, but instead of just going to like the side, we're gonna go all the way to north-south with it. If you have to take an extra step, that's fine. But the whole purpose of this is to really throw them off. So do it a little bit smoother. So get here, and we're gonna go all the way north-south with that Torreando. So instead of just going like, sometimes we'll do them over here, we'll put the leg through, we'll come to side control. I want you guys to go all the way from here, stepping, big step around, all the way across. You're almost like crossing your arms as you do it at the end here. Get like that, and then you can let go of your grips and come down to your north-south. And the reason we want to do that is because we get some really wiry guys, really good guard players. We're going for our guard pass right here. So just stay in the position. So go from here. We're trying to knee cut. That leg is just coming over. It's in the way. Everything's blocking. Just so frustrating. So we're going to switch to our other grip. We're going to go to the other side. And no, he's like shrimping back. Like just shrink back. Hit, come up, perfect. We get the double grip here. And we don't want to start playing this game where he's always able to get his knees inside. We're not going to give him the opportunity anymore. So if we just try to go for a Torreando here, we get a nice wiry guy. He's just going to swing over. He's going to go for his like lasso, perfect. So we're not going to give him that opportunity. Ready to go here? All the way to the north-south, and then come down with our grips. The key to going all the way north-south, we're staying on our feet the whole time. You can't like be lazy with this one. It just will not work. Okay, so just do this for now. Just do the Torreando for now, because we want to make sure that this is clean. So you're basically here, he's flat on his back. So instead of doing the regular one to the side, we're here, stepping around, shucking through, dropping our shoulder. We're gonna go here, one step way out, and then all the way to north-south. And then we can drop. We're not dropping down and putting our weight on him until we get to north-south, okay? On our back, neutral position, double inside grip. Doesn't matter if he has a grip here, we're not gonna worry about that. So we're here, nice, like strong stance. We want our arms like straight arms, so his like legs are back. One of the big things with guard is if your knees are past your hips, so your legs are past your hips, your guard's gonna be pretty weak. You're not gonna be able to do a whole lot. So you wanna keep him smushed like that, taking big dramatic steps around, arms crossed, go here, then straight down to the north-south. You can notice like I'm still on my feet even though I have the position. Nice pressure into him. Here, sorry, I'm going straight to north-south, right? One thing I like to do is I'll break one grip first, and I'll come in, like basically to the ribs, and having his arm like secured, and drop my other arm on top. So that he's like really pinned down there, and I'm starting to isolate one arm already. But the whole time, I'm on my toes. That's the most important thing. Yeah. You're smushing him the whole time. Okay. Yeah. Because if you start doing this, you get most of the way around, and then you ease up and you drop your knees like over here somewhere with the Torreando. So like you're like this, and you're like going for it, and you just drop your knees like here. A good guard player is just going to use that, to shrimp, get his guard back, and then you wasted all that energy for nothing, right? So we need to really be clear that we're going all the way to north-south before we're even willing to let go and move into north-south, like a good secure position, okay? So we'll just do the Torreando for now, just back and forth. Get that Torreando down, straight to north-south, not going halfway to side control. We're not coming down off our toes until we are in north-south, okay? Let's go. Hopefully this is awesome. This is a good one for you. You get those positions and you're quick around like that, and you won't be able to start stuff like that. You go right away. This kind of coming in here, I'm going to start just from the neutral position like this. We're going to go for a knee cut. He's going to bring just the knee in and defend. Here, that's fine. Doesn't really matter what he does. You're here. I'm going to start switching back here. But he's going to do a good job of like staying back. So as soon as I come up like this, you're going to shrimp to straight back. Yes, there's a good amount of space. So we're going to use that to bring him straight back up. And before he has time to recover, we're in north-south. And then we're down. So we're aiming for a knee cut. He's doing a good job defending it. We're switching the grip. We're trying to come across, like really like trying to go for that sweep. So the guy needs to do like a big step and like shrimp back, like to make that space as you go for the like the leg weave. So we're here, like that, and then yes, perfect. And then straight through the legs, sprawling to north-south. Okay? So
when you have this, you're grabbing this throughout the whole entire pass and such. When I shrimp out this way, can't you like just prevent my shrimp? Because I need to post on this leg, don't I? Or should I just shrimp on this leg instead?
Well, I mean, you're shrugging whatever leg you can get to the floor because you're panicking then.
Yeah, it's either or.
Like, you're just trying to go. So
Yeah.
everything I can to make space, right? Any space I can get there is fine. You're using that to get your double knee grip, and then you're going. Yes. Perfect. Like I said, like it's not going to be picture perfect every time because every person's going to have a different reaction. They're going to have a different like go-to like guard recovery. They're going to have different lengths of legs, different body types. Like, but it's just a matter of being ready in your head for like, if he defends this pass, what's the next pass I'm going to do? Like right away. Like no time to wait. Like you're not just like letting him set up his guard from the recovery. You're going with that pass like immediately. So we're here. Step through here. Here, you defend. I'm trying to come in. I'm trying to just get across here. So whatever you have to do, so you stomp your foot and shrimp back, which is like a good one. That's fine. Totally good. I get here. I'm dropping and going across. The other thing is, it's not dependent on going to one side. Like I'm going this way because it makes the most sense for me. I'm already close to that side. But if he does a really good job and he shrimps and he gets like close to getting his lasso or whatever here, and he's like shrimp this way, I went from being over here, now over here. I'm just going this side. Like, and you can go back and forth with that once you get there, if you feel good enough to just switch side to side with that. But the key part is to go right away with your grips. So you get in, going for your pass. Good. I'm stopping that before the lasso gets set up. I'm trying to go back. He's doing a good job of defending. He's getting square, he's moving back. Once I get in here and I have that opening, he's not on my legs yet. I'm going as fast as I can to north-south before he has a chance to set up the guard. Here, I'm going down, trying to get my knee cut. He's doing a good job of switching my grips. I'm going back. As I go back, he's just making space any way he knows how to get back. Once he starts doing that, there's just a little bit of space, and I feel like I can get these grips either double on the knee, double on the shin. Like, you just need a good handful of gi on both sides. Like, if he's turned like this, I'm going all the way to this side. Because it just makes the most sense because he's turned that way. If he comes back in and he recovers and he's more neutral, pick which side you think you're best at to go to Torreando. Like, there's no best solution here. It's just a matter of his body type versus yours, where you feel the most comfortable. Just get these grips and go. That's the most important thing. Okay, for sure. Okay? Nice, good. Let's go. Make sure you like, what's the next pass I can go to, like, right away, before he has time to set up? That's the key to, like, the chain passing back and forth. It's just being ready, like, a step ahead of him. Like, your pass comes before his recovery goes, before he sets his grips, before he sets his guard, before he knows what you're gonna do, you're already ready with the next pass. Okay? So, go back with our partner, and we're gonna start adding a bit of resistance now on bottom. Gas by the end of this. Sorry in advance. So, he's gonna come up, he's going forward, he's passing, he's going through the sequence, so tight here, and move back through Torreando. But what Dave did was the right thing, he kept his hands up the whole time, which is what you want to be doing. You're getting ready to frame, and as you come around, nice and slow, just come around. Like if you don't go all the way, he's gonna frame on your arm like that, he's gonna be able to shrimp, even if from here. If he can keep his arm, yes, he'll be able to shrimp and go back to the guard and spin through. Especially like guys that are good at this. This is why we go all the way to north-south. That way his arms are above his head and a lot weaker. Awesome job. All right, let's keep. All the way, all the way, all the way,